Hey loves, welcome to Timeless Twin Flame Guidance. My name is Blue. If you're new here, welcome to the channel and thank you so much for joining our spiritual community today. If you are already subscribed here, welcome back my dear friend. It's always a blessing to connect with you again. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into tonight's message, which I'm really excited to share with you all. Today I'm tuning in to bring you a love message straight from your person's heart space. This is going to be one of those deeply connected readings where we don't just look at the surface, but we really feel into what's going on underneath. I'm channeling the energy surrounding your connection right now to tap into how they're feeling about you, how they're seeing this bond, and anything else they've been holding back but want you to know. And as always, take a breath here. If there is something specific you've been wanting clarity on, go ahead and set that intention silently or out loud. Spirit has a way of speaking exactly what needs to be said when we open our hearts to receive it. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's ask for a clear, loving, and honest message straight from their soul to yours. The first energy I'm receiving is one of profound transformation and divine timing. The spiritual realm is buzzing with activity around your connection right now. I feel you standing at the edge of a monumental shift that could change everything in ways you can't predict or stop. Divine Feminine, there's this incredible buildup of spiritual momentum behind the scenes, and it's happening whether you're ready for it or not. This isn't just about your person, it's about everything you've been carrying, waiting on, hoping for, and not yet understanding. This is the energy of divine revelation, of what was hidden now being brought into the light, not to harm you, but to realign you with your highest path. I want to be real with you. This transformational energy is not always easy. It doesn't ask for permission before it moves, and it doesn't show you the destination until you're already halfway there. That's what makes it so intense in twin flame connections, because depending on where you are in your healing, depending on what's been left unspoken or unresolved, this energy could bring profound breakthroughs or necessary breakdowns. But the truth is, even a breakdown here would be divinely orchestrated, because sometimes the universe has to let the old version fall away to bring in something truly aligned with your soul's mission. The most important thing you need to know right now is this. This shift isn't being decided by your current feelings or present circumstances. It's rooted in something much deeper, a soul contract that was set in motion long ago, maybe through a choice, a conversation, or a karmic agreement. Whatever it is, it's rising now, and it's going to create ripples throughout your entire reality. You might not see it coming. It might feel like awakening in a completely different version of your life, but the change is real. It's fast, and it's spiritually designed to align you with your true twin flame destiny, even if that path looks different than you imagined. This isn't about punishment or cosmic chaos. This is about divine redirection. It's about releasing the illusion that you can control this sacred journey and trusting that what's meant for you will find you, sometimes through the most unexpected pathways. You may feel like you're navigating through spiritual fog right now, unsure of which direction to turn, but Spirit is saying don't look to the 3D for answers. That's not where your twin flame truth lives. The truth is being revealed in the energetic field, in your dreams, in your body, in the synchronicities the universe is sending you, and when this transformation happens, you'll know, because everything will shift simultaneously. Even if the shift feels sudden or uncertain, it's going to elevate you in ways you can't imagine yet. This isn't random change. This is the kind of energy that brings blessings disguised as detours. And while it may come through challenge or confusion, it will lead to absolute clarity about your path. So take a breath, Divine Feminine. You're not off track. You're exactly where your soul needs to be. And something is coming that will remind you of just how divinely protected and guided you've always been. The next energy I'm receiving is about sacred choice and soul crossroads. Divine Feminine, you are truly standing at the intersection of two powerful timelines right now. The energy coming through is thick with destiny, soul recognition, and that deep inner knowing that tells you something monumental is unfolding. I'm seeing two masculine energies orbiting your field right now, two completely different expressions of divine masculine, two potential realities. Your higher self is guiding you to pay close attention, because the next chapter of your twin flame journey is about to be shaped by the choice you make. These two masculine energies come from entirely different dimensions of experience. One feels more anchored in the 3D reality, practical, familiar, connected to something you've already lived through. The other pulses with 5D energy, aligned with your ascended self, your spiritual awakening, the version of you who's healing and rising. It's as if one represents who you were, and the other calls forth who you're becoming. And at the center of this cosmic dance is you, the divine feminine, magnetic, radiant, and evolving so rapidly that both energies can feel your transformation even before they understand it. Both of these masculine energies are being drawn into your light right now. One lingers, unable to release the connection. The other steps forward, curious, open, perhaps even surprising you with his arrival. They're both responding to your luminous energy, and although they're attracted to you for completely different reasons, they share one absolute truth. They recognize your value. They sense that connecting with you would fundamentally transform them. That's why they're both hovering in your energetic field, and that's why the power of choice rests entirely with you. Spirit is revealing that your energy has undergone a massive upgrade recently. Something within you has been activated, a divine feminine power that's been dormant. Maybe it's been a subtle shift, maybe it's been undeniable, but your vibration is now calling in multiple timelines simultaneously. When your energy becomes this magnetic, past connections attempt to return, while new possibilities begin to manifest. This is the spiritual tension you're experiencing, the restlessness, the inner conflict, the sudden questioning of everything you thought you knew. You might feel overwhelmed by all this energy. It's as if your soul can sense the change coming, but your mind hasn't received the roadmap yet. That's because you're not meant to figure it all out mentally. You're being invited to feel your way through this transformation, not to rush, not to force, but to trust your divine intuition. Each of these masculine energies holds a different lesson, a different experience, a different destiny, and Spirit is saying with absolute clarity, the choice you make next is monumentally powerful. It doesn't just affect your love life, it opens or closes portals to your entire soul's journey. If you enjoyed this video so far, subscribing to the channel is a beautiful way to support the channel and help me continue sharing guidance from the heart. The next energy I'm receiving reveals the depth of your spiritual gifts and why your connections feel so intense. Divine Feminine, this explains everything about your journey. The energy flowing through you right now is ancient, powerful, and extraordinarily rare. It's not coming from outside you, it's emanating from your very essence. If you've ever wondered why your connections feel so layered, so emotionally complex, and sometimes impossible to explain, it's because of who you are on a soul level. You carry the gifts of a sacred mirror, the kind of divine feminine energy that can see through illusions, speak to both light and shadow, and draw truth from people who didn't even know they were hiding it. You have the supernatural ability to access parts of the masculine that they themselves aren't ready to face. That's why your love life has attracted such a diverse range of energies. Some connections didn't make logical sense, some felt too intense, others felt too light or too fleeting, but each one was magnetically drawn to you because your energy demands absolute authenticity. Whether you realize it or not, Divine Feminine, people feel this when they're in your presence. They sense that you can see them, truly see them. And for some that's healing, but for others it's terrifying. Your romantic connections rarely follow conventional patterns. Things feel reversed, like the soul truth emerges first, and then the physical reality catches up. That's not because something's wrong with you, it's because your soul was designed to read energetic blueprints. You don't connect at surface level, you go directly to the core. When that kind of energy enters someone's life, especially a masculine who may be accustomed to hiding or performing, it creates unavoidable transformation. You carry this rare gift that allows others to drop their masks around you. It's not manipulation, it's divine alignment. You reflect back the part of them that wants to speak, heal, and be truly seen. For the masculine energies currently in your field, the past connection and the emerging one, that's exactly what they're experiencing. They're not just attracted to your appearance or personality, they're drawn to something sacred, something they can't find anywhere else. Your energy holds the keys to their own truth. Spirit is showing me that this empathic gift transcends the emotional, it's telepathic. You receive feelings that haven't been spoken, patterns that haven't been revealed, and soul contracts that are still unfolding. That's why you often sense endings before they arrive. That's why you know what's coming when others pretend everything is fine. Being this empathically gifted doesn't always feel comfortable. It can feel confusing, draining, isolating, because you feel everything so deeply and so quickly. You may have questioned why people shift around you, why they open up or shut down, or disappear only to return again. It's not about you, it's about how your soul activates what's true in others. Right now, that ability is drawing both masculine energies toward you for completely different reasons. One sees you as a healer, the other sees you as a mirror. One might feel safe in your presence, the other might feel exposed. But both are feeling the magnetic pull because you're not just a person in their life, you're a soul catalyst. When someone like you enters another's journey, everything begins moving, whether they want it to or not. That's why this moment is so significant. This isn't just about who's interested or who stays. This is about who can stand beside your power without running from it. The next energy I'm receiving is about soul awakening and the power you've always carried. Divine Feminine, this spiritual download is profound and it's all pointing to your awakening, not in a way that judges, but in a way that honors who you're becoming. What's happening in your life right now, especially in your love connections, is revealing the kind of power you've always held, but perhaps haven't fully understood until now. The way people respond to you, the connections you magnetize, the repeating patterns that show up even with different people, it's all reflecting how spiritually potent, how rare, and how divinely activated your energy truly is. This is why your journey feels so different from others, why nothing ever unfolds in predictable ways. For you, Divine Feminine, nothing about your design follows conventional rules. You begin relationships from the soul level and work your way into the physical, not the other way around. Your first connection with someone is always energetic. You sense them, feel them, know them before you even learn their story. What you're doing, without even realizing it, is reading someone's soul blueprint before they've spoken a word. That's a sacred gift that few possess. This is also why it's challenging for just anyone to get close to you. Many people believe they know you, but they only know the version of you their nervous system can handle. That's not arrogance, that's truth, because what you carry is a mirror, and people can only look into that mirror as deeply as they're ready to see themselves. That's why you often attract masculine energies who respond to you in similar ways, even if they're completely different people from opposite backgrounds. Their reactions aren't coincidental. They're triggered by your energy doing what it naturally does, revealing truth. The masculine energies in your field right now aren't showing up randomly. One connects to a version of you that you've already experienced and grown beyond. The other is appearing as a symbol of where you're headed. One feels like comfort, like memory, like emotional history that needs completion. The other feels like destiny, like a door you haven't walked through yet but that already bears your name. You're standing at the threshold between who you were and who you're becoming. That past energy still holds on because it once had access to a version of you that felt safe and familiar. Sometimes you find yourself drawn to that familiarity, not because it's right, but because it's known. When your energy revisits that timeline, even unconsciously, it sends a signal that says, maybe I'm still available for this. But you're not fully, because while part of you remembers the comfort of what was, a larger part of you is reaching towards something new, something higher, more aligned with your evolved self. You've grown so much that love for you can no longer be just about chemistry or convenience. It must be rooted in purpose, in soul mission. That's exactly why Spirit has placed these two masculine energies in your awareness. One shows you how far you've come, the other asks if you're ready for where you're going. This newer energy feels otherworldly because it is. It's connected to your soul's mission, part of the contract you wrote before incarnating. The next energy I'm receiving is about divine observation and the space between worlds. Divine Feminine, if you've been feeling like you're floating in a strange liminal space lately, like everything around you is watching but nothing is moving forward, you're receiving accurate spiritual information. This is a season of divine observation. You are being witnessed, and not just by the people around you, but by the masculine energies in your field, who are both trying to understand who you really are. There's something about your energy that simultaneously confuses and captivates them, as if they can't determine if you're real or just too extraordinary to be true. What makes this even more fascinating is that this isn't coming from doubt, it's coming from awe. Both masculine energies are being drawn into your light, yet they're questioning it because they've never encountered someone like you before. Your energy doesn't just feel elevated, it feels inexplicable. So instead of surrendering to it, they're studying you, watching your words, your movements, where your heart gravitates. It's not always conscious, but it's definitely happening. You're being observed energetically, spiritually, and emotionally. Both masculine energies are experiencing different facets of you right now, but they're all authentic expressions of your soul. Each of them is witnessing your energy through the lens of their own healing, their own growth, their own understanding of the divine feminine. Even though they're being shown the same soul, they're interpreting it through completely different filters. That's why things may feel heavy, why you feel like you're being stretched spiritually, emotionally, even mentally. This is a profound soul contract playing out between two timelines. It's not just about love, it's about karmic completion, future claiming, and energetic reflection. You've been authentic. You've shown up in your truth. You haven't hidden anything. But still, there's this feeling that someone wants more proof. Someone's waiting for you to falter. That's what makes this so exhausting. It's not about anything you're doing wrong, it's about how rare your energy is. Spirit is showing me clearly that your vibration is so advanced. You've always known what's happening before others catch on. But part of your spiritual path is learning not to react impulsively. You allow things to unfold in divine timing. You let people reveal themselves. That's your gift and your protection. Both masculine energies are drawn to the same light in you, but for opposite reasons. One wants to preserve what he once experienced with you. The other wants to understand what he's being pulled toward, and both are questioning how you can possibly be this aligned with your truth. You already know what's happening, don't you? You can feel it before words are spoken. You sense it in the quiet moments, in the energy shifts, in the way your spirit responds to even the smallest interaction. This time is sacred because Spirit is showing you exactly who's ready and who's still observing. It's not punishment, it's preparation. You're shedding old identities, old timelines, old expectations. That kind of transformation requires stillness, silence, the pause before the leap. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. You don't need to explain what only your spirit understands. You're being guided through this divine pause so that when you move again, it will be with complete clarity. The final energy I'm receiving is about manifestation mastery and your role as a reality creator. Divine Feminine, are you ready for this revelation? Because that's the question your soul is asking you right now. Not casually, but in the deepest, most soul-defining way possible. This entire message has been building to this moment. It's not just about love anymore. It's about creation. It's about the fact that you are standing at the center of multiple timelines, holding the pen of destiny, and deciding which reality becomes manifest. Whether you realize it or not, you've already begun writing your next chapter. This energy is so specific, so deeply personal, that whoever this resonates with, you've been carrying the weight of this decision for some time. But here's the profound truth. This choice may have already been made through your recent actions, your thoughts, your beliefs, your spiritual evolution. What you've been focusing on, consciously or unconsciously, is already beginning to form in the physical realm. You've been pouring energy into a vision, whether it's connected to your past or something you've only begun to dream into existence. The physical world is now catching up to your energetic creation. There's no more delay. What's been accomplished in the spiritual realm is about to manifest in real time. What's extraordinary about this is how both masculine energies, regardless of how different they are, share one common element: you. You are the connecting thread. You are the one transforming, expanding, ascending, and your metamorphosis is what's drawing them in. This doesn't really have anything to do with them. It's about how you see yourself, what you believe you deserve. Each connection is a reflection of you, your past self, your present energy, your rising self. Your willingness to recognize this truth is what gives you complete creative power now. You are creating from your soul, not just your mind or desires, but from your deepest knowing. That's why this moment feels so monumental. You're not just choosing between two people, you're choosing a reality, a timeline, a version of love that reflects your self-worth. Yes, you may still feel pulled in two directions, but the truth is, your soul has already decided, the shift has already begun. What you're experiencing now is simply the unveiling of what you've already called in through your energetic focus. Both timelines are real, both are possible, but only one is aligned with where your soul is destined to go. Your decision didn't happen in a single moment. It's been building quietly over time, shaped by your healing, your heartbreak, your growth, and your faith. That's why this message feels more like confirmation than revelation. You already made the energetic choice. Spirit is just showing you that it's time to receive what you've been energetically preparing for. The people, the messages, the synchronicities, none of it is random. It's all guiding you to the moment where it becomes tangible reality. Your energy is that powerful. Your intuition is that refined. Your soul is that aware. You don't attract love by accident. You pull in reflections of your essence. When you're this powerful, love doesn't just happen to you. It responds to you. That's why it may feel overwhelming at times. You weren't built to receive just anything. You were designed to experience soul-level love, love that challenges you, grows you, aligns with who you fought to become. If you've been feeling stretched, tested, or divinely pulled apart, it's because you're literally birthing a new reality through your vibration. You've activated something that can't be reversed, and the love approaching you is a direct response to that activation. Both masculine energies feel this shift. Depending on where they are in their journey, they'll either rise to meet it or gradually fade away. So I'll ask you now, just like Spirit is asking, are you ready for this? Because this isn't just a love story anymore. It's a manifestation, it's a soul calling, it's the beginning of something entirely new. This feels like a beautiful place to close today's message. If this resonated with something deep within you, go ahead and hit that like button before you leave. And if you haven't yet, I'd love for you to subscribe so you don't miss any of the magic we share here. Stay in your power, keep trusting your energy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.